Okay, so welcome back from the break. You're still watching a Team Review here on Metro Television. Of course, my name is Desfin in the Stubble. We're getting into our first conversation for this afternoon, and it is a gentleman. He was here a couple of weeks back. Exactly a month ago, right? Okay, yes, to talk to us about his music and all that. And he mentioned during that period that he's got a concert coming up. And so he's back in here to talk about that particular concert, but he did not come alone. He came in with another person, a guest all the way from SA. Ladies and gentlemen, CLOTTEY is joining us once again on the Table of Life. Welcome back, Carl.
Thank you so much.
Yep, and also Putuma Tiso.
Yes.
Yeah, I got it right.
Yes.
I got it right.
Yes.
Putuma Tiso.
Tiso.
And I mean, she was telling us that this is her first time in Ghana.
Yes, sir.
How's it? Like, is it the country where you thought it was going to be like?
So far, so good.
How many days have you been around?
I think
Since
it's 3
Sunday.
days now.
Since
Sunday.
Sunday. Okay, so that's like 2 days. 2 days now.
2 days. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, great. Carl, so this concert of yours, this is the 10th edition.
Yes, sir.
How do you keep a concert running like that?
Well, if you have a vision, and like I said, if you've been sent, you don't get frustrated no matter what comes your way.
Okay.
It gets to a point where I don't want to do it anymore, but then I remember who sent me, and he always equips us and gives us the ability to host it every single year. So this year happens to be the 10th anniversary edition.
Wow, 2023, 10. So it means the first one was in 2013.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first, like how really it was like?
Yes, I remember very, very much. We didn't have money, but we still did it. And I usually like to do things very big for God.
Oh, okay.
So the fact that I didn't have money would have deterred me not to even start at all. But I'll keep mentioning his name. One of my keyboard players, his name is George. He came to me and he said, no matter the amount, let's do it according to the amount you have. What matters most is starting. Okay. And at the end of that event, I just knew God had big plans for us because it blew my mind. The turnout, the music, how people were blessed. I was like, this can't stop no matter what happens.
That's great, and it's come right up to the 10th edition, of course. And then Harriet will be coming in. For us here, I don't know about South Africa, but for us here, we know how difficult it is to put events together. Right. You may probably have the whole idea, but even where to host the event, becomes a problem. Over the years, what has it been like for you that finally you've settled on Oneness Chapel, Ghana? So
right? I used to host it in my church.
In your church?
Yeah, my church is in a system where every 4 years or 5 years, a new pastor is brought. A new pastor is brought to take over.
Okay.
The district. To take over the district. So I think a particular pastor came and was not comfortable with us hosting it in the church. So we had to move it out.
Welcome back, actually. Let's get back into the conversation with CLOTTEY and our guest, Putuma Tiso from South Africa. We're talking about the venue situation. If you just could take us through that again.
Yeah, so since we moved it from my church, it's been difficult finding venues, especially for gospel events.
Yeah.
We go to certain churches, they say they don't give it out. Sometimes we have to roam the whole Accra. And distance is also a factor. We don't want to pick a place where people will close and they won't find a way home. Yeah. So I think Winners Chapel, we getting Winners Chapel was a miracle. Because just around the time I was going to start the search for auditoriums, I was invited to sing there impromptu.
Oh, okay.
So 3 days notice, I just went, I think 2 days, Friday, and they said I'll sing on Sunday.
On Sunday.
I just got there and I'm like,
you saw the place
isn't bad. And my team, they were also saying, I think the auditorium is nice. So coincidentally, we were a great blessing to the church. The pastor loved it and everything. So later I went back and I spoke to one mother of mine and she said, oh, I know the pastor. He's my friend from school.
Oh.
So let me just give him a call and see. She called him and that was it.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
God did. God did it.
Was there a situation of you don't church there or the place they just don't give it out, the auditorium?
You see, there's been one that I wanted to get. They said the only time they'll give it to me is if I join the church.
Oh, okay, okay. It's clear now.
Yeah, so that one, I got that. There was another one we were still offering to pay, but just the pastor says he doesn't want to give it up because certain artists come and use the place and they don't leave the condition the way they make. So the church tends to, go through a lot with fixing up their own stuff.
Yeah.
So sometimes I understand them, but it also brings us to that point where I think in Accra we need a very big event center for gospel events.
For gospel events. And if last one, and be a gospel artist, when you are going for such auditorium, are you mandated to pay or based on relationship? You just get it for free?
It's never been free so far. It's never been free. You have to pay. Because sometimes even if you don't pay, you have to pay for the electricity. If you are going to use some of the equipment, you have to pay for it. So that is normal.
But even if it's your own church as well, then you have to pay.
If it's my own church, I don't have to pay, but then I still have to buy the electricity.
There are some responsibilities that you just have to take on. It is difficult too. It's a very difficult thing. Anyway, let's move to South Africa and Ghana. That's Putuma T. So, have you been following, the Ghanaian music space that much that when Ka extended an invite to you, like, okay, I really want to listen or come here and see what's happening here?
Not really. The first person I started following in Ghana was Bukal, and then later on I got introduced to the likes of Effie.
Okay.
And who else? Those are the people that I've
I think we have a number of other people who have also worked in South Africa, like Joe Metal.
and Joe Metal.
And all,
yes,
and the others. That's great. And you have a very rich background, We're reading about you. You got a lot of experience working with other people. And musically, you're very inclined about that. What are we expecting of you as an artist on board this one, Calvary Worship 2023?
Well, there's going to be an explosion. Also, you must expect worship more than anything, and I'll be pouring what God has placed in my heart, nothing more, nothing less.
Interesting. Just how simple it is, like, nothing more, nothing more, nothing less. And so, Carl, when is this happening? Let's get into the details. 30th. Oh, Sunday. Oh, we are ending the month already.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. So 30th April.
Yeah.
Okay.
This Sunday, 4 p.m. the gates will be open.
Okay.
We'll take interviews from people on the red carpet. Then 5 p.m.
everything starts. Yeah. And it's just not Putuma on there.
Yes, we have Pastor Isaiah, Fosukwa Chijina, we have Alexandra.
Okay.
And other new artists that are on the block.
You're putting on. That's great. I mean, it's good to hear that. And at these concerts, last week I was at a program, Christianes came, and it was like, for gospel artists and concerts that they hold, he because he's been in the industry for a long time, he could tell, okay, how it's going to be like. And for many other people, there are talks about creativity, adding that to the concerts to be able to, make it a little bit nicer. Some may say that it may drift away from the main purpose, that is, to worship God, and maybe it will turn to a fanfare sort of
a concert.
That something like that. What are we seeing at Calvary Worship?
Well, to those who have been there, they know. It's never about fun.
Yeah.
The main thing is for everyone to have an experience.
Okay.
Even if you are dancing, it should be like David danced.
Okay.
It should be purposeful.
Purposeful.
Yeah. To the one who is above. That night is only about the I am. If I make it about me, it will fail. But if I make it about him, he'll glorify himself. So that's what it's about. You come there, whatever burden that's on you, we're praying. We know that God will move through the music, through whatever that you do. Don't come and do friend. Just come and follow why you got there, and it's going to be a great blessing.
Don't come and do friend.
No connection.
Carl, after 10 years of this experience, have people come to share their testimonies with you? Have people have some experiences that maybe someone is even watching for the first time that will encourage him or her to be present for this particular?
Yes, I've got a lot of testimonies. Sometimes I post some on my status. I mean, even the last time, someone came there, he said he was troubled with something. He was even a photographer for the concert, so he wasn't really happy like that. He said by the time the concert ended and he got home, everything was fixed.
Everything was fixed.
You know, and it didn't need to take anything extra. He got himself in the worship whilst even taking photos.
Taking the pictures.
You know, and we get other ones where people send me messages telling me that, Charlie, Calvary worship, this is my testimony. God did this, God did that for me. So it encourages me. And to me, those are more than awards. Yeah. It means that what we are doing is serving its purpose, and God is blessing people.
And there's a theme to it from Exodus 3, 12 to 15. What does it say there?
That I am.
I am that I am. Oh, it reminds me of a skit I watched anyway. I am that I am. Yeah. Okay, so that is it for this year. So I'm just going to give a minute
to each one. But before that,
I want to listen to their voices. So let them prepare a song that they can both sing together.
So who go first? I wanted to ask a question before.
No, let me give them the song so they think about it. Yeah. You can say, because he's good and his mercies. Okay, so we'll get to that in a bit.
So I should go?
Oh, yeah, we'll go on.
Okay, so the other time when you were here, I asked you what are the challenges of being a gospel artist. And then you touched a bit on the challenges, and then the general challenges that had to do with the funding and the corporate companies or corporate Ghana supporting. With regards to this event, how has been the support? Yeah. Was it easy? Or it is still the same situation?
Well, I mean, this concert, still we don't have sponsors. Still, it's all from the ministry. It's all from gigs that we've played over the last year, monies that we've gathered, family supporting, stuff like that. But we are hoping that as big as it will be, it will draw eyes and the right people to see that, you know, this program has come to stay.
How much money do you need to put?
Oh, I can give you an estimate.
Okay, sure. Oh, no, we want to understand. I mean, we know from the other perspectives. We want to also want to know.
Let's say a minimum of 80,000, maximum of 100,000.
Okay.
80,000.
Yes.
Ghana cedis. Yes. 800 million. Wow, that's.
And you remember what you said? You said you are hoping that it will be something like Metro TV and CALVARY.
Yes.
Sometimes, is it that, do you take the initiative to write to these corporate bodies you want them to come on board?
We have tried. We have tried for, I mean, there was one corporate body we wrote to, and I don't know how that happened. And up to now, I'm wondering, we wrote to them, and it was not something they were going to do, but there was a managing director who was willing all of a sudden to put herself there and push for us to get a good amount. Something happened and blah, blah, blah. That was in 2020. COVID came.
COVID just came through.
We were trying to go back for that sponsorship, but the woman that was trying to help us, she died a week ago.
Oh, sorry.
What?
And COVID hit in March.
She was sick for a while, so she was home. So all of a sudden, she lost her life.
Okay, Zuma, when we're talking gospel music in Africa, a lot of times we mention Nigeria, South Africa, but South African music, when it comes to gospel, is huge. What is it? What is it about South Africa? Because sometimes you listen to the song, you don't even know the lyrics of the song. It's just some jamming thing, and people are onto it. What is it about the South African music industry, like gospel music?
I think it's because of there are so many platforms in terms of opportunities for gospel artists to showcase the work. And also, I think our sound is totally different. It's totally different.
Okay.
The sound
is different.
Yes.
But there's money also.
There's money. I don't know about that.
Is it a struggling industry?
It is.
Oh. Really?
Yes.
It
takes money to put up an event.
Okay.
And like Carl said earlier on, if you don't have a sponsor, it becomes more difficult.
And when you put in the funds, do you make profits?
Not really. But we thank God for destiny helpers. You find that there's people who are willing to, to support your ministry and be like, no, I'll pop in, I'll pay for the sound, I'll pay for this.
I'll take care of this and that.
So, Ali, the support system is better there.
Yes.
Okay, so Calvary Worship 23 is happening on the 30th of April at the Winners Chapel, Ghana, Avenor. So make sure that you go there. The gates open at 4 p.m. Show starts at 5 p.m. or the event starts at 5 p.m. Let me use the right word before. And the tickets, we've got 40 CDs for single. We've got 70 CDs for double. Oh, this one there for full. And there's 100 CDs for VIP. Right.
We have 3 complimentary for your viewers.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Anything you want to do for any question you want to ask.
And it will be cow question related.
Yes, please.
Okay. So we have 3 complimentary tickets that we can give out.
Okay.
I'm sure throughout the week we could do something and anybody will win that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, sure, Carl. So you can also dial *713 *33 hash or call 0597 215 123 for your tickets. Of course, you can search CLOTTEY on social media and you get all the details, right? Yeah. So, at this point, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to listen to Tuma. We're going to hear the voice and Carl's voice also. So, that'll be the Kwama star. Okay, ladies, are you ready?
Because he is good and his mercies shall endure. Because he is good
and his mercies shall endure.
Praise the Lord.
Because he is good, and his mercy shall endure.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I love that.
Yeah. So if you want to hear more of that, make sure you are at Winners Chapel, Avenor on Sunday, 30th April to hear more of that. Angelic voices. Oh my God. If you hadn't stopped, the producer would have. Jesus is in there today, right? Yeah. The anointing would have carried him away. But anyway, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. Carl, wish you the very best on Sunday. Tuma. She finally said it. Wait, I say, all right. So thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. Talk about Calvary worship.